World of Tanks Black Market. This is the K-91-2. This is a Tier 9 medium tank. I believe it's a Russian tank. I'm not sure. It doesn't indicate here. So I looked at it real quick. It doesn't look like that great of a tank. I do have the K91. I love the K91. But when you look at the statistics, the K91, I believe, is a rear-mounted tank. There might be other versions. So first of all, the penetration is 248. That's kind of low. For Tier 9, you know, Tier 9, 248, it's similar to other Tier 9 tanks. The aim time is 1.92. That's good, but it's kind of average. The dispersion is 0.34. That's really good, which means you'll be able to snapshot. You'll be able to fire very quickly. The hull armor is 110. Nothing special about that. The turret armor is 220. For Tier 9, I don't think it's that great, but we'll find out when we do a comparison with other vehicles. Top speed is 55. That's actually pretty good. You got 4 crew members. There's no radio operator. View range is 390. Nothing special. I'm going to add it to the comparison, and then I am going to go to my garage. I'm going to look for Tier 9. So obviously this is a different vehicle. This is the K91 PT, which is a tank destroyer. You see it has higher penetration. The K91-2 obviously has a lot of better statistics. But in terms of the armor, the K91 PT is way better for armor. And those were some of the factors were modified by my crew, etc. Going to look at the gold rounds. 300, nothing special about that. And then 50 for the HE rounds. Okay, so I'm going to look at all the medium tanks for Tier 9. You know, the Char Futter 4 is a really nice vehicle. And if you're going to buy something, you're obviously going to want the Char Futter 4. So now you see it doesn't really highlight anything. Doesn't come first for anything. So for damage, kind of low. For penetration, it is kind of average. So just so you know, Pat in the Tank is similar penetration to the K91-2. The aim time, it's good, but it's not the best. I mean, T55A is better. The Char Futter 4 is similar. So it's just got kind of an average. It's a good average, though. Dispersion is really good. Not as good as the T55A, but it is good compared to the other vehicles. The armor, the turret is actually pretty good, and the hull is just average. Top speed, yeah, it's kind of average, but it's a good average. So the K91-2, average vehicle, nothing special about it. T55A, this has a lot of good statistics. I believe you win this with one of the campaigns. And in terms of these other vehicles, I would much rather have the K91 PT. I get good games out of it. The Kunze-Panzer you might enjoy playing. The Charfutter 4 I highly recommend. So I don't think you should expect much from that vehicle. We're going to go back and we're going to check out the details. Okay, so you got 12 hours, there's 3,300, minimum bid 555,000. That's actually a good price. It's worth that money. Tier 9 tanks cost around 4 million silver. So my advice is that you go for it. I don't have a lot of cash, so I don't think I'm going to buy it. But yeah, definitely purchase it for under 4 million silver. Once you get to 4 million, you might want to consider a tier 9 vehicle. So we're going to look at the tier 9 vehicles. You've got M46 Patton. Nothing special about that. The Leopard PTA E50. Object 430. These vehicles, the Russians have good medium tanks. I don't happen to like them very much, but a lot of players do. Let's see what the British have. Centurion. I don't think there's anything special about that. The G-SOR, not that great. The Batchat, oh, I love the Batchat 25 TAP. If you want a medium tank, you want to go down the Batchat line. Very fun to play, and also the Italian vehicles. The Skoda's actually, this line, the TVP, used to be one of the best tanks in the game. The Type 61, I get good games out of it, but it's nothing special. WZ120, I don't particularly care for. And then you got the CS59. These are the ones that have the turbo engine, the turbine engine. So you can go really fast, very quickly if you want to. And then you've got the Udis is an interesting tank. You might enjoy playing something like this. But, you know, you want a medium tank, you definitely want to go with the Italian. The Standard B is going to be a really good tank. So we're going to add it to the comparison. You see you got higher penetration. You got better gun depression. You got 3-shot auto loader, auto reloader. The armor is not good. It's faster, 65. What's the aim time? Aim time, dispersion is the same. The aim time is better on the K91-2. Okay, I think the Standard B, if you don't mind the loss of armor, I would definitely go with the Standard B. Let's see what the gold rounds are. 330, that's good. And 105 for HE rounds, that is excellent. That's one of the best in the game. So you got a pretty good vehicle. The Standard B, I would rather go with the Standard B. You're not going to get the same aim time. You're not going to get the same armor. But I think the Standard B is going to be the better vehicle. Is the K91-2 worth it? Yeah, definitely. Pay for it. Put your silver down. But once you get up to 4 million, you might want to consider going with a tech tree tank, because you do got to pay for the tech tree tanks. They're not free. I believe you have to make a bid in order to see what the bids are. Because I haven't seen any of the bids. When I logged in, it didn't show any vehicle, and it said it was going to be 24 hours for the next offer, and then I waited a little bit, and then the vehicle came up. Okay, so this is kind of an average tank. It's not that great. And but the price you're going to be able to get it for, you're probably going to be able to get a good deal on this tank. And considering it's a premium tank and it's a Russian tank, it's good to get Russian premiums because there's lots of medium tanks. You're going to be able to train your crew in this vehicle for your Russian tech tree, which is one of the top 4 or 5 tech trees in the game. I would say one of the top 2 tech trees in the game. The Americans and the Russians are probably the top 2, and also the Germans are pretty good. Okay, so that's my opinion. You can go to my forum at cheapbooks.cc and go to video games, war games, and find World of Tanks. And in the link below, I'll put a link if you want to create a new account for World of Tanks. You get a special offer. You get cash. You could probably get enough cash to buy the tank, and you get a premium vehicle from Wargaming. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.